I'm Nick Lewis, and this is Raw Rebellion. And I am here with Arnold's Way. Say hi, Arnold.
Hey, how you
doing? So Arnold owns a raw vegan cafe, and is it also a wellness center?
No,
just a cafe.
Just a cafe, but on a daily basis, anywhere from 1 to 3 people come to my store looking for a consultation.
And how many consultations would you say you give a week?
Maybe about 7 to 10. You know how much I charge?
How much?
Zero.
That's beautiful.
I never charge any money.
That's beautiful.
Do I charge money?
No.
I wish I had found you years ago.
I don't charge money.
I've gone to a lot of doctors and trainers, and you know, I was just very impressed when I finally came across your your Instagram, and then I found your YouTube channel. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself first? You know, who you are, where you grew up, how you you know, how you got into health and wellness.
Right. Number one, I'm 71 years old, and I rock. Yesterday, I taught a class at CB East. It's a high school, and we challenged every single kid to a push-up contest. I said 100 push-ups every 6 minutes. 1 hour.
You beat them all, right?
No one challenged me.
Wow.
You know what? I couldn't do it.
But you are you're in very good health for 71 years old. I mean, it seems like, and I've met some other people in your age range who've been also living this raw lifestyle, and it seems like it's almost the closest we can get to the fountain of youth right now. What do you think?
Yeah, very good. So I started at when did I start? That's a good question. I started as a meat eater.
Mm-hmm.
And at age 22, I had somewhat of an awakening. At age 22, I was at an ice cream parlor on the way to a pizza parlor, and what are you drinking? Is that water?
This is apple juice, distilled water, and chlorella.
Would not recommend that.
No?
That's okay. At age 22, I was stopped in the middle of the street. And right in the middle of the street, this force stopped me and says, Arnold, you got to do great things in your life. And I looked around. There's a girl on the other side. Says, do you see that person? Because in the middle of the street, I stopped. And the person said, I didn't see that person. Anyway, the person said to me, Arnold, you're going to do great things in your life. You've got to help save the world. And I didn't get that to 40 years later. Until I was 62, then I got it.
Wow.
To this day, every single day, I focus on what can I do to help save the world. Every single day, I focus on every single day. So I'm inspired. I'm motivated. That's what I think about. Like right now, I'm writing a Hall of Fame, right? Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
List of people I've helped. Put on my bulletin board. You know, people with brain cancer, breast cancer, fibromyalgia, lupus. Doesn't really matter. And I started being a raw vegan at age, at 45 years old, I had a heart attack. I didn't think I would live to 46. And I began studying. 7 years later, I came across raw food, came across something called Natural Hygiene by T.C. Fry. And at the time, I did own a health food store. And I've been a raw vegan almost 19 years now.
That's fantastic.
I know I did it. I did the shortened version. I'm married. I have 4 kids, 12 grandkids, 1 great grandkid. I'm the only raw vegan, but I do the best I can.
And have you found it difficult with family trying to explain this message to them, or how do they react to it?
Most of them think I'm out. You know, it's funny because my daughter works with me. That makes it easier.
Mm-hmm.
I do have somewhat of an ally. My son, He's 37. He understands it. Doesn't follow, but understands. Once a week, I go to his house and feed him. My grandkids to come to my store, feed him. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm on a mission. Me, myself, and I. You know what that means? I don't depend on anybody. My goal is just to spread the word. They get it. They find it. They don't get it. That's mine too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very persistent on my mission statement.
So, so how many years ago was Arnold's Way founded?
It actually started when I was 45 years old.
Mm-hmm.
45 years old. At 45 years old, I had a junk food business. I sell snacks, candy. And one day I went to Wendy's. Wendy's, I know my normal hamburger, I had my French fries, I had my Coke. And every time I went to this Wendy's, I got a newspaper. And this time, the newspaper that I got was not there. So I reached in for another newspaper. As soon as I reached in for another newspaper, I said to myself, my world changed. The picture was the newspaper had a picture of David Duke. It said the Jews are a threat to this country. I said to David Duke in the newspaper, not on my watch, but I will do whatever I can to change the whole country. That's how it started. 6 months later, I had a health food store. I didn't know what to do. The only thing is I knew I had to do something. And I figured the easiest way to do it was for me to create a health food store and create more and more health food stores to change the energy of this country. And to this day, I'm still doing that. I thought I could change the country like 2 years ago. I had a plan, a master plan. Didn't work out.
I mean, you certainly inspired me. I was already, doing a raw food potluck with a friend of mine, but after seeing your Instagram and watching what you do, I mean, I know that I want to do a raw vegan cafe here in Boston, and I think this city really needs it. So it's working. What you're doing is working for sure. And so we've discussed that, you do offer consultations. What other services do you offer on top of that? I mean, you guys have a lot of great food, right? But I know, like, you're working with Lauren right now.
I've written 21 books.
Right. You've written a lot of. I was just looking those up. I didn't even realize that when I first scheduled our interview, and that's fascinating. I'm gonna start looking at those.
I've written 21 books. 10 are on Amazon. I just finished another one. Should be finished another month or two. It's called Body's Intelligence Equals Fruit Equals Love. Blatantly in your face. I also do is sometimes this is Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
Lauren came to me about, I met her at Woodstock. She came to me about 2 months ago. She says, Arnold, I want to move in with you. I said, what the heck? Lauren at that time suffered from something called muscular dystrophy, and she had diabetes. In my mind, there's no way could I take care of her. No way. But at the same time, this other girl came to me and says, Arnold, I want to move in with you. So it's brilliant. I have you take care of her. So lo and behold, like 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, Lauren's my home run hitter. She doesn't look like a home run hitter, but she's my home run hitter. I knew if she came to me, there's a good chance of, she had muscular dystrophy for 7 years. You know what that means?
You have to, tell me more about muscular dystrophy. I know that
she couldn't walk.
Yeah, it's hard to move.
And she was getting worse and worse. She learned about raw vegan maybe a year ago, but she kind of fiddle-faddle with it. And she wanted to be a little more serious. So I said, you know what? We'll take it to the next level. So she came to me. She could only walk 4 steps. Now she's walked like maybe 300-400 steps.
I've been watching the progress. It's really remarkable.
And her diabetes went from 300 to 100. This is like unheard.
Does that mean diabetes is gone?
Well, it's never gone, I don't think, but her numbers went from 300, 250, 300. Well, maybe about 200. I think she came to like 200. Now it's only 100. And I'm saying to you, that diabetes, 30 million Americans suffer from diabetes. And I'm saying that now I want to push more and more people know that diabetes can be wiped out in a month's time. Muscular dystrophy, there is no hope. No means zero. And I'm saying to the public, if muscular dystrophy can be healed, every else disease can be healed. Right now, I'm writing to this guy. I don't know whether he wants to hear it or not. He has something called ALS. ALS, he just lies in his bed and can only move his eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I said, listen, I remember a 7-page letter. He says, listen, I think we can help you. He has nothing to lose. Which anybody has any, which I scour newspapers, this and that, anybody's sick, I write him a letter, says, listen, you follow this program, whatever you have can disappear. My goal is no disease in this world. I'm also trying to work with basketball players, football players, any athlete who's willing to listen. I write to them. Not I write to, but I do whatever I can to get a hold of them. Right now, there's a basketball player called Porter. I think he plays for the Denver Nuggets. Doug Graham's working with him. There's another guy called Kyle Jenner. He just became vegan. And we just did an interview maybe about a week ago about a guy who specializes in athletic performance and raw food. He wants to start being a trainer. Actually, Mike Velasquez is a weightlifter too. He deadlifts 500 pounds.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mike.
Yes.
And
wherever someone is sick, I want to reach to them and saying there is an option. And the thing is, don't believe a word I say. It has to resonate with them as their truth, not my truth.
Right. So, I mean, you've written all these books. Are they all about raw food?
Well, and I did 9 documentaries.
I see.
And 2 albums.
I was just fascinated right away, just watching your Instagram. I didn't do my homework, man. I need to look into this stuff.
Like whenever I go someplace, like I go for a supermarket, I'm carrying 250 pounds of bananas. I went to the supermarket yesterday, got 250 pounds of bananas. He says, it's 10 minutes before my ship. I said, listen, you have no idea what I'm going to share with you. Bananas are the key for changing the world. Bananas can cure cancer, can cure all these diseases. You should be honored that you're getting 250 pounds of bananas from it.
It really is incredible. And
tell them all about bananas.
Yeah, I've seen so much change happen in myself from consuming mostly fruit, and like you said, it's my own experience that I know that it's true. So that's awesome. So every book is about raw food. I mean, you have recipe books, right? I know. Are some of them kids' books or?
Read children's books about Johnny about Johnny Newsell, how he eats food, it feels better. I have 1 children's album here for it's a happy song. I've wrote another album about different diseases. I wrote a couple Instagram. We wrote a couple rap songs.
And you have I noticed on your YouTube channel you have the 7 steps to staying young.
Yes. So
tell us what those 7 steps are.
Number 1, love. That to me is the most important thing. You can be eating right, you can be exercising, you can be sleeping. If you don't have love of yourself and love of every moment you're in, it's not going to work. I mean, I know a girl right now is dying of cancer. She's a vegan, raw vegan, in fact. Love is a key factor. Number 2, which means everything is love. I mean, it's when you eat something, your body understands English. If you're putting food in your body, the body's not one, the body's going to react.
So this girl who has cancer, how long has she been a raw vegan?
15 years.
Wow. And is it, I mean, that's, yeah, I know it's a sensitive subject. I'm just very curious.
Talking about because people may know her. So let's bypass that.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but second step.
Thing is, love is the key factor. Raw food is one part, but you gotta have love in your heart at all times. You understand what I'm saying? Every moment's a loving, caring moment. So if you're eating raw and you're angry over people who are not being raw, or you're angry at your job, you're angry at your environment, you're angry at this, it's not going to work. You have a bad relationship with a woman, guarantee it's not going to work. You have a bad relationship with your job, you're eating raw, it's not going to work. You got to put yourself in the most loving care environment at all times.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion. Number 2, species-specific diet. I eat mostly fruit. I do eat cooked food. I eat mostly fruit. I have at least 15 minutes a day. I focus on fruit in the morning. I eat my fat at lunchtime. Dinner, I'm back to my fruit. I like to stop eating like 6 o'clock. I mean, every at least 10, 15 hours a day, I'm dry fasting. No
Okay.
water.
I've heard the dry fasting is really good for the kidneys.
Really good for everything. It replenishes your soul because the body uses no energy on digestion. Food does not heal, only the body heals. Food does not heal, only the body heals. Number 3 is
you said, sorry, I'm gonna throw in just one one tab here. You said that you don't eat any cooked food, right? Or
cooked food.
A little bit?
About 3 times a week, 4 times a week.
So how much of your diet, what percentage of your diet would you say is raw from the calories?
Fruit, 85, 90%.
Okay.
To me, that works best. There's something called yellow canary theory. Familiar with that?
No.
Yellow canary theory states that if you're so pure that you're prone to getting sick over everything.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like today I went to pick up a picture, right? I could smell it immediately. Or I go to an incense shop, I smell it immediately. I'm gonna be so sensitive that I can't live in this country.
Right.
I believe in a little toxic waste. Makes my body move much faster.
You inoculate yourself with it.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my lifestyle works for me. My key is being a loving, caring environment at all times. That's my key. And then a lot of my philosophy. How's it to my benefit? What can I learn from this experience? Which means I can never have a bad day ever. You know what I mean? I can never have a bad day. You know what that means? I can never, ever have a bad day. I had one bad day once. That was 7 years ago.
What happened on that day?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, good. That's a good. All right, number 3.
Number 3 is, number 2 is species-specific diet. That's mostly fruit. Number 3 is exercise. I'm a big believer in rebounding. I have a rebounder here. I rebound in the morning. I rebound at night. Like just yesterday, I did. This morning I did maybe 1,000 jumps, 600 sit-ups, 900 butt exercises. At nighttime, I'll do maybe about 200 jumps. 200 jumps. I mean, let's talk about high jumps. 100 at a time. Do I wake you up when I do? Sometimes.
How long would you say that takes you?
At nighttime, what I do is sometimes I watch TV and I'll jump for maybe 15, 20, 25 minutes. And then I'll finish it up with like high jumps, which means I try to touch my butt on each jump.
Okay. So you're rebounding and you're doing calisthenics mostly, right?
Yeah. Well, and then I did like this morning, I did planks, I did push-ups, I did squats. I have a rock climbing room. I do something called gym. I do a little bit of everything. So
staying fit. I mean, I know that I don't feel good unless I do some kind of exercise.
Right. How old are you?
I'm 29.
You're 29. Wow, you look good.
Thank you.
How long have you been a raw vegan?
I've been high raw for most of this past year. Well, yeah, pretty much for almost a year now. A few of those months were completely raw, but I wanted to. I have a cooked food addiction, and when I start, I can't stop. So I had to do this juice fast, the John Rose protocol.
I heard about John Rose. I'm not a big fan of juicing, just not. But you know, everyone has their thing.
Well, I think it's worked for me because I ate some soaked prunes today. I broke the fast, and they were one of the best things I've ever eaten. So I think it does help reset the feedback system in a way. But yeah, if whatever works.
Right, you do it work. If I cook food, maybe like next day I'll eat bananas and I'm fine. Like 2 or 3 meals in a row, then I'm in trouble. But then I'll go back to bananas. That works.
I have this. I have a condition called IgA deficiency.
What's that?
It's so IgA immunoglobulin antibody, which is responsible for creating the mucus that lines the gut and that lines my sinuses. And because I lack that, I have very little protection from you know, particulates that might enter the bloodstream. So I have to eat this way. If I eat cooked food, too many necrotic particulates get through. So
Wow.
that's also what helped me to stop, you know, smoking weed and doing all kinds of other bad stuff. It's like it forced me to be good.
Is that a common disease in this country?
I don't think it's very common. They say, well, there's 3 gene mutations that can be found that are linked to it. I don't know. I've never been tested to see if I have those. I was on a lot of medication when I was an adolescent, and one of the side effects of one of those medications was depleted IgA output. And so they thought it was just the medication, but after I went off of it, it stuck. So they're telling me that it's genetic, but I also know that your body can dystrophy, you know, if you're doing a substance that knocks out its output. So that's my story. But so okay, so we got love, we got species-specific diet, we have exercise,
Sleep.
sleep.
Ideally, you should go to bed between 10 and 10:30. Ideally, I go to bed at 11, but generally, I'm going to bed at 11 for years. But lately, I want to switch to 10:30. I mean, I like to go. My schedule would be 10:30, 6:30, 6:30, 8:30 workout, 8:30 be at work by 8:30. My store opens at 10. I do own a cafe 27 years, and I love it. Don't make much money, but I love. Well, certain 27 years. Certain periods I made a lot of money. Certain periods I made no money. Right now, I'm in the period of making no money.
I don't know any. I'm so terrible when it comes to money. I don't know how any of that stuff works.
No, I don't either. I give away a lot of free food. I give away a lot of free food, and hopefully, the universe just provides the energy to sustain me. I'm very lucky right now. I don't really need a salary for my store, so I'm pretty lucky. So I can just give away all the food I want, and I still work like 55, 60 hours a week.
That's so great.
And I'm always on. You know what I mean? No matter where I am, I'm working. I'm working right now.
Yeah, this is the great work.
This conversation ends. I have to go to my store and get a. I read an article on tamoxifen. Right.
What is that?
Tamoxifen is a drug by the Imperial Drug Company against breast cancer. And this girl takes tamoxifen every single day. She's afraid of not taking it. And I promised her by tonight, you will get an article that I wrote on tamoxifen. If not, I'm going to go to Barnes & Noble, look for that book to show you that, send her the article.
I just love your ambition, and I really find it so admirable. I would like to strive to be like that myself.
No, you went over to a cafe, right?
Yes.
When by?
What? I mean,
give a date. If you don't give a date, it's not going to happen.
Honestly, like now, I want to do it now.
Well, you got to create money. You have money. You don't have money.
Not much. This is what I do. I usually go. This past summer, I was going to these produce wholesalers. There's like these dry docks around here. You can buy a lot of the fruit and veg by the case.
You can.
And it's much cheaper.
Much cheaper.
And I was just actually pulling up next to some train stations in the city and setting it all up on the sidewalk outside my car.
Yeah.
And just trying to sell it to the public, you know?
Yeah.
So We host a potluck here once a month at a church, and that church is going to have a commercialized kitchen soon. So I will be doing some stuff out of there as soon as that happens.
Dinners too.
What's that?
Commercialized kitchen, you could do dinners.
Yeah, absolutely, dinners, and I can set up a cafe there. You know, I talked to the one of the people on the chair, so yeah, so it's gonna happen, man, and I'd really love to have you come over here and join us for a potluck sometime.
Yeah, oh, put me up.
Absolutely, absolutely. There, we have room here for you, my friend. All right, so we got love, we got species-specific diet, exercise, sleep.
Fresh air, which means I have a lot of plants in my house. I try to get. I have a lot of plants in my house. It's winter time, but you know what I do is I try to walk as much as I can. Fresh air. Then it's water. I don't drink water. I rarely drink water. If I have water, it's mostly my smoothies. I don't believe in water, to tell you the truth.
Mm.
Then the last one is fasting. At least 12 hours. Which anybody who's sick, I give them the basics. We have someone comes to me sick. This is the basics. And at the very minimum, eat fruit in the morning. At the very minimum, stop eating at 7:38. Last meal of the day has to be vegetables or fruit. Lunch, eat whatever you want. Just the thing is, you add rather than subtract. You add more fruit in your diet. Add more fruit in your diet, and the body, once it hits a certain level, will start having a click to make you more focused on your health rather than fuel, rather than entertainment. Most people look at food as entertainment. You have to see it as fuel.
Okay. Yeah. So the plants are very important for the air.
Yes.
Right. They inhale the carbon dioxide and put out oxygen.
Yeah.
And then fasting. That's something I've been experimenting a lot with recently.
I don't do no food, no water.
No. Yeah, so you drive. Yeah, you said you drive fast, 15 hours a day.
Today I stopped eating at 5 o'clock. I won't eat until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's 17 hours.
And then there's like a lot more HGH output when you drive fast, or when you just fast in general.
Yeah, what that does, the body begins to replenish itself.
So these are the 7 steps.
I do dry fasting. Dry fasting is 3 times more powerful than water fasting.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing a lot of lately. Dr. Noonam Ra just put out a video where he was citing a new study that just came out that he feels is really the confirmation, you know, for that fasting is the best, one of the best things for your way of life.
Right.
You know, I have a friend, Sunchild, who I interviewed on here earlier this year, and he'll drive fast, yeah, also for at least 15, 18 hours a day. And if he gets and he's a bodybuilder, so if he gets any kind of injury in the gym, he'll drive fast for 2 days.
Right.
Before he goes back to the gym, but he'll be completely fine at the end of it, you know?
I believe that, yeah, absolutely.
So we got our 7 steps. Love. Species-specific diet, which is mostly fruit because we're frugivores.
What?
It's mostly fruit because we're frugivores, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I got this. Exercise.
Exercise. Now I generally do rebounding. To me, that's the best exercise. I mean, I'd rather do rebounding than any other exercise. Because what it is, I number one, it's weightlifting, right? So I jump 6 inches above the ground, I double my weight.
So because of the gravity.
Yeah, it works on 3 levels. It works on acceleration up, deceleration down, gravitational pull down. When you have 3 separate energies on a single plane, all the waste that surrounds each cell gets flushed out, and you have something we call your killer cells, TH cells. They have something called hydrogen peroxide. They'll go to any cell that'll harm your being and destroy it.
I gotta get a rebounder.
Gotta get a rebounder.
Gotta do it.
I sell them if you want to buy one.
Okay, I see your angle now, Arnold.
Yeah, I'm a big believer. Like, this is Lauren. How many times a day I told you to rebound?
2, 3, you know, at least once in the morning and evening.
Are you getting on the rebounder now, Lauren?
Yeah, I'm going to set up a stabilizer pool in the one at Arnold's Way so I can do it more. But yeah.
That's so fantastic.
It's in my house. I'm living like 4 or 5 people. They all have to rebound. I tell everyone they have to rebound.
Can I come live with you, Arnold?
Yeah.
I had to ask, do you know Hear Me Raw?
Yeah.
Okay. When you mentioned the potluck at the church, it sounded like the same one he goes to.
Yeah, that he and I host that together.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my good friends.
Yeah, I met him at Woodstock.
And he's a nice guy, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Joe Sway. He's helped me so much, so much with healing spiritually, and yeah, I'm so grateful for him. But you guys, you definitely have to come. It's amazing.
Yes.
So love, species specific diet, exercise, I got that right. Sleep, fresh air, and fasting. Wait, I missed one.
Water.
Water. Right. Water is number 6?
Yes.
Okay,
so that's my working fruit. So I'm not a big believer in water because it doesn't meet the 6 requirements. Water has no glucose, no vitamins, no minerals, no fatty acids, no protein or water. Just only has water.
It is a macronutrient, right?
What?
It is a macronutrient.
Water? Processed water?
Well, I guess, yeah, because we're supposed to be 70% water, and most Americans are about 50%.
From fruit.
So you get it from the fruit.
From fruit.
And I've been told, now I don't know how all this works, but I'm told that that's like structured water.
Well, I'm not sure how it works either. Yeah.
Okay, so 7 steps that I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna start working on that. I have the 5 mistakes that John Rose told me to stop making, which is the cooking, eating animals, eating foods we're not biologically adapted for, processed food, and using chemicals to try and solve lifestyle-related problems. And now I have your 7 steps. So this is an amazing piece of the puzzle. I feel like I'm gonna be like a Superman.
Love is the key.
Love.
If you don't have the love part, nothing else matters. That means your job, your work, relationship, yourself. You gotta really love yourself. All day long, you guys say, I am so blessed being me.
I've been working a lot on the self-esteem, actually, and Joe Sway has helped me with that a lot. And yeah, I do have to give more self-validation,
right,
rather than looking outside. And
me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I.
That's all we got. That's all we come into this world with. That's all we're gonna leave with.
You hear us, Lauren?
Yeah.
Is Lauren excited?
I'm excited. And Lauren, I love watching your work. I love watching your progress, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Let's see. So tell us about the events that you host, because I notice there's always a party happening over there.
It appears that way. Well, I only host one event a month, and that's the potluck. Okay, and then generally people come along He says, I want to do this. Just give me a date. We could do it. That's all I could say. If they give me a date, they give me a poster, it's on. But the tough part is getting people to show up. That's the tough part. So generally we have movie night. She's giving a class. We have this other girl just joined me. Roslyn has like 3 or 4 things going on. So I'm always looking for people who want to give events. I'll sponsor them.
That's so cool. Wow, I'm so excited. I can't wait to make it to one of those events. As soon, I'm going to Thailand in a couple of weeks, but as soon as I get back, Arnold's Way is the next
what are you gonna do there?
For me.
What are you doing in Thailand?
I'm visiting a friend out there, and I'm gonna eat some fruit, and we're gonna, see the lantern. It's gonna be the Lantern Festival, and just get out of this cold weather for.
What do you do for a living?
I sell vintage clothing.
Oh wow, where do you sell that?
Bobby from Boston. That's the main shop. But I'm a buyer, and I work with other stores too, and I have my own online store. And I have my own designs also that I sell.
You design clothes and you sell vintage clothes.
Yeah.
You're an independent entrepreneur.
Well, I'm working on the independence part, but yeah, definitely.
You live at home, or you have your own apartment?
I live with my parents still.
You're still
not completely independent, but I am paying them rent, which is that's a step for me.
Are you paying rent?
I am paying rent, yeah.
Hear that? You're lucky. You have your own car?
I do.
So you're almost independent.
I'm almost there. Boston is very hard.
Very hard.
No, I'd really have to get out of Boston to make it easy. Well, anything's possible. I'm just comfortable. That's my problem.
Right. That's your desk behind you?
No, that's my father's desk.
You're in your father's bedroom?
No, I'm in the den. I was trying to call you guys from the laptop, but my mic is broken, so I had to use the desktop computer in here.
So you told your father, I'm busy, I need your room?
Yeah, he was compliant. He's a good guy. He helps me out a lot.
Dad, you have no idea. I'm talking to this old man, and he's gonna get some good advice from you. It'll change your life forever.
Yeah, he gets it from me, and it gets to a point where I have to stop pushing because it does more harm than good.
What's your name? First name?
My name?
Yeah.
I'm Nick.
Nick. And what's your dad's name?
Melvin.
Melvin.
Yeah. And my mom is Susan, and actually Susan she's pretty much 100% vegan now. I mean, she eats a vegan diet. She's not like, super into the animal rights stuff, but her blood work just came back, and it's the best. I think she said it's the best blood work she's ever had.
No.
So she was sick recently, and I was like, well, why don't you try fasting? She said, okay, no, I'll just start eating raw. So she did almost 4 days completely raw, and her sickness went away completely.
Wow.
And of course, as soon as she got better, she got right back to that cooked food.
Sickness is love.
Love. I promise, man, I'm gonna start practicing more of that.
Because your body doesn't need mistakes. And everything your body does is love it. If you ever means so much, it's pushing out the toxins out of your system for love. You cough it out, you sneeze it out, you fever it out, you shake it out. You have your body creates a tumor to your benefit. All cancer is misdiagnosed. Every cancer out there is totally misdiagnosed.
Yeah, I was reading about cancer recently. It was probably something from Dr. Day, or I'm not sure. It was about how it's just the body walling off the toxins.
That's right. That's in my book too.
To eliminate
7 stages of disease. in duration.
Yeah, it's like the end stage. And I've met people, I've talked to people. I know one woman who did a month-long juice fast, and she got rid of a lump in her breast.
Wow.
And I went to a Dr. Brian Clements seminar, and there was people there who cured like stage 4 cancer using green juice and a raw diet. So, but yeah, I'm sure that also they had support from their families. They had love, you know. So that is a key ingredient.
Food does not heal. Only the body heals.
Food does not heal.
Only the body heals.
The body heals.
Yeah.
All right, so you told us when you went vegan, and it was mostly for health reasons at that time.
At 52 years old, yeah.
At 52?
I got sick at 52. I found about raw veganism.
Okay, but so because at 45 you had the heart attack, and then you started on the journey to find.
I began studying. I go to school. I studied shiatsu. I studied herbology. I studied homeopathy. I studied Reiki. I studied whatever, and I didn't come together until I came across natural hygiene 7 years later.
Okay, so it was for health. And do you how do you feel about the animal rights movement?
How do I feel about it? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, they say thousands.
No, yeah, that's amazing.
Thousands. And when I approach the animal rights movement, doesn't come from a and saving the animals, not saving the animals, saving yourself.
Right.
Which means, in my opinion, if you become vegans, crime disappears. Mental hospitals close down. Disease disappears. Opioid addiction disappears. Drug addiction, alcohol addiction disappear. They don't approach it from that angle. I work with people with drug addiction. You should put them on green smoothies, drug addiction goes away. Alcohol addiction goes away. Suicide tendencies goes away.
Yeah, and I find it like really interesting what you were saying about saving yourself, because it's like there is that philosophy you have to be the change you want to see in the world. And when like a lot of these vegans that are doing the animal rights stuff, if they don't understand that, they are still harming themselves, and a lot of them still do have
right.
Bad habits that that are harming their health. And so how can they really advocate for saving animals? They're not taking care of the most important animal, which is themselves.
Right. Even Christians. I argue with Christians. I argue with Jewish people. You cannot eat death and believe in God.
Right.
It's impossible. We're not designed to eat death. It's the weakness of human beings. No, it's not. We're not designed. We're not. Thou shalt not murder. You know that it's written in the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not murder.
Right.
Murder means every living being. And somehow cows, pigs are not living beings.
And even the food. Don't murder even I mean, some fruitarians would claim they wouldn't even want to eat something like a plant that had to be killed. I mean, I don't know that it's possible to go that far for some people, but I can understand the sentiment, you know.
We got anything with lies. So
you've been raw vegan since you were 52.
Yeah. You're
71 now.
Yeah.
So that's a good long time. What kind of changes? Other changes? What did you notice like physically? Did you lose weight? Did you gain weight? Did you get stronger, weaker? What happened?
Probably stronger. I think I started at 34 weights. I remember that. I weighed 165 pounds at 52. Now I'm about 140. Yeah, like last 2 months ago, I did 1,000 push-ups.
Oh wow! And in the month.
and 200 push-ups, 200 push-ups an hour.
Okay, in a day.
And if every 15 minutes, 50 push-ups. Now, almost 2 weeks ago, I want to do 1,000 push-ups in an hour. That's 100 push-ups every 6 minutes.
I have no excuses now. What am I doing, man? Wow. So I should be. I mean, so how many push-ups do you do a day on average?
Well, sometimes I do. It depends whether I'm in that cycle. If I'm in a cycle, I like to do 200 and 400, 500 push-ups. But that's not good push-ups, bad push-ups.
Right. Well,
I go for
I'm gonna be doing push-ups after this. I promise you. I can't even go a day now. You know, I have to do some calisthenics. So, but now that I've broken this fast,
rebound is the best. Of every exercise I like, rebound is the best.
Rebounding, okay, rebounding is the best. But just so everybody knows, you can be 71 years old and doing 1,000 push-ups in a day.
You can be.
A raw vegan diet.
You can be. No questions asked.
It's on the record.
On the record.
Let's see. We've kind of discussed. I have all these questions written down. We kind of covered them, a lot of them so far. So it says So okay, you said I want to get back to the. You said you have clients. We talked about that a little bit earlier, and I just want to know what is your how regularly do you take clients, and how many can you kind of handle at one time?
Well, generally, I don't take clients per se. They come in for a consultation. I talk to maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes. I then give them an option. You have something called a vegan option, which means I give them a meal, green smoothie every day for $3 a day.
What does that meal consist of?
Whatever they want off my menu.
$3.
$3.80.
I mean, this is like kind of.
Like we had a guy yesterday with lung cancer came to me. He had lung cancer. And I told him, you have to become a vegan. There's no way around that. What I do is if you become a vegan, I will give you a meal and green smoothie every single day for 30 days in a row. It'll cost you $100. The thing is, when you come in, you have to sit in my store and eat. This way I could talk to you.
So, sorry, $100 for
a month.
A month.
$3.80 a day.
This is incredible, man, and you're getting medical miracles through this kind of treatment.
That kind of treatment. I got to see them. I got to talk to them, which means someone comes to my store. I would say every hour there's at least one success story.
I'm really excited right now. I can't tell you, man.
Is that true?
Yes.
So is that true?
So many people like come in.
I mean, it's like kind of a dream come true. It's like the place we've all been waiting for, you know.
Tell you anything.
So what kind of meals? What kind of meals are you serving? Like, I mean, you got the banana whips. I see those all the time. I see the Rosalind's doing the falafels and the pizzas and. What does it change week to week what you're serving, or is there a consistent
like 80 items, 80 to 100 items?
80 to 100 items.
Yeah. And generally take 2 minutes to make per meal.
2 minutes?
2 minutes per meal.
Well, I mean, surely you do a lot of prep work.
Prep, because we make our cheesesteak, crab cake, hamburger. That's already prepped. We make our own bread. We make our own like taco shell. It's already prepped.
So what's the base of a lot of those faux meats?
Flaxseed meal.
Flaxseed. And you use a dehydrator?
Dehydrator, yeah. It's not a big deal, but it is easy.
I mean, this is like unreal, man. Like, can't be anything like this anywhere else in the world.
There isn't. There isn't. And I'm not, tell you the truth, I'm not bursting with tons of people in my store. We have between 25 to 40 customers a day.
To me, that's success, man.
Right.
If I could be doing that, I would feel like I've arrived.
Right. The thing is, my goal is to change Lansdale. If I change Lansdale, I change the world.
Lansdale, Pennsylvania.
Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Based on something called morphogenesis. You ever hear that word?
Teach me.
Morphogenesis is based on a 101 monkey theory.
Right.
Which means you get a small town in the middle of nowhere. That small town, even though it's a small town, someone in that town knows everybody in the world.
We're all connected.
We're all connected.
Quantum entanglement.
2 years ago, I gave away free food to 400 people. Every month I give away 30 people free food, but they couldn't stick to it. It was a problem.
So do you feel comfortable discussing exactly how you finance that kind of endeavor?
Money. The thing is, keep in mind, a lot of times when you have people come to you, free food, they bring their friends, they bring everyone, and that compensates for that. And food doesn't cost that much. Yeah, the average meal costs like $3. So you get 30,
right.
90
bucks.
bucks.
They come back and then they buy food.
They buy other stuff.
Yeah, you get what you give.
Yeah.
That's.
We got a lot of food that we have. Most food works on 30% rule. We work on the 50% rule. A lot of food we don't throw it out. We use for dehydration. Food is about ready to go bad. Rather than throw it out, what most places do, we dehydrate and make bread out of it. Like juice pulp. You make a juice, right? What do you do with all that pulp?
I put it in my compost.
Guess what we do with it?
Make bread.
$16 a pound.
Wow. Unbelievable, man.
$16 a pound. We make more money from the pulp than we do from the juice.
I'm blown away, man. You're giving me so many ideas, and I'm like, we could make this happen here in Boston. I know it.
Yeah. The thing is, you like when I decided to become. Remember, I said I reached in for the newspaper, and there's a picture of David Duke.
Yeah, I actually don't know who that is.
At 45, that happened when I was 45 years old. At 45 years old, I was clueless. I reached in a paper and said, I'm going to do something to change the world. I had no idea what I was doing. 3 months later, I had a health food store. I didn't know anything about health food. I didn't know where I was getting the money from. I financed my house. I owned a house at the time. I financed it. I told my wife I'm borrowing $40,000 on this house. I'm following my dreams. Your father owns a house. Hey, Dad, I need some money. $40,000. It cost you maybe $200 a month.
$200 a month?
For home equity loan.
Okay.
Home equity loan will cost you maybe $200-300 a month.
Well, I'm gonna
$40,000.
I'm gonna hit you up later for a financial consultation, man.
or you could pre-sell your food. Get 100 buddies. Says, listen, I went up a place. I'll give me $100, and I'll give you $100 worth of meals. 100 times 400 is how much?
100 times 400? Is it
40,000?
40,000?
Yeah. Yeah. You pre-sell. It's Boston. Give your name. Rob Belling is open up soon.
Yeah.
Well,
we do have a plan to do some pop-ups here, so at least we'll get that going. I know it, but I'm just gonna drive around in my car and do it. I'm gonna set up shop on. I wanted to set up shop on the side of the road, on the sidewalk.
The thing is, you get arrested by the police. You can't do that.
Well, that's what I've been told, but with the fruit, the police didn't give me a hard time. In fact, and I know the meter maids aren't exactly the police, though the police saw me and they didn't say anything.
Right.
The meter maids came by and I was like, oh, do I need to move my car now? And they said, oh, you're fine. We won't bother you. And I was like, here, have some fruit. And they're like, nah, we don't need it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that I'll try and get away with it, you know.
You also go to what's it called? You go to farmers markets, or Saturday have these farmers markets. You rent a stall for $25 a month.
Right.
That's what it costs you. They have a season, maybe about like in Lansdale, it's a 6-month season, 7-month season. I think it's $25 a week.
We have Haymarket here, which has some great deals. A lot of times you can find pints of organic strawberries for you know, $1, $1 a piece. So
then you dehydrate the food, and that's when you have good shelf life. Then you put a plastic tag on it. You have a commercial kitchen. Then you're in like Flint. Get all the waste that you're throwing away in compost, make it into little balls, and sell as falafel balls or meatballs.
Falafel balls, meatballs. The bread that you do, is it like a wrap, or is there a way to make it denser? Or?
Both. One we fold over, we use that banana base on that, and one we just as a flatbread, and that's made with flaxseed, buckwheat, and veggies.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's so great. I can't wait to try all that stuff, man. Especially, I've been doing this fast. I'm so ready to eat raw vegan food. So we talked about the. You know, you already answered a lot of the questions I had. You said you're not a fan of juicing so much. Can you touch upon that a little bit?
Juicing doesn't have the fiber. And when you juice, I did a juice fast for 35 days. You gotta have like, I would say at least 3,000 to 5,000 calories come in. That's like 120, 160 ounces a day. I think it's too much sugar, a little harsher on your system. Not natural.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, and I actually had a hard time getting enough juice in every day. I lost what's, I guess, a pretty significant amount of weight for me because I'm kind of underweight, but I didn't really lose much strength at all. I think a lot of it was waste matter. So, but yeah, that's I know there's a lot of varying opinions about.
I'd rather dry fast than juice fast.
Water fasting.
Dry.
Dry fasting.
And this is Lauren. I don't think I ever recommend juice tea. I recommend smoothies. Of course, they're fiber.
So what about the mucoid plaque? Because I did see some of that come out of me. What are your thoughts on that?
It's not a question of what I think. What does your body think?
Right.
Your body's doing the best it can given conditions, which means it always prioritizes what is the least harmful to your well-being. And the body will do what it has to do in order to make sure you're 100%.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. And all this mucoid, it doesn't matter. Your body's doing the best it can. Like a tumor is a good thing. Mucus come out of your system. That means the body needs to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Has enough energy to get rid of it.
And of course, at the end of the day, it's fasting in general, which is what will heal. So,
I believe in fast. I believe in dry fast is the key, not juice fast. I mean, I did juice fasting several times. It did not resonate with me. Not
with you.
No. Okay. I'm not saying it's wrong. It just did not resonate with me. No way I recommend it to anybody else. It was high in sugar. I think it's too much sugar for our system.
Right. And John Rose does talk about that. He said, you know, does the benefit of the outcome outweigh the temporary negative effect that can have? And I guess it does vary person to person. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. You know, we'll see how things go for me. I feel good, but I'll admit it was tough. It was tough at times. What's that?
You doing it now?
Today, I broke the fast today, but they say you're supposed to really start slow. Like I started with the prunes. Tomorrow I'm gonna eat a melon, but you still have to juice all day long.
Wow.
And until you've assimilated enough
I mean, that's the juice. You have to juice all day long.
I have to get at least like for me to feel like comfortable and energized and hearty. I have to get at least 250 to 300 ounces a day. I did come short quite a few days, but I was aiming for 2 to 2.5 gallons
A day.
a day.
It's like 80 pieces a day, right?
I mean, it's at least 20 pounds of produce a day, at least.
That's a lot of money.
It's the most expensive, other than the surgeries I've had. It's probably the most expensive health endeavor. Yeah,
Bananas are a cheap way to go.
they are. They are.
I think with better results.
Banana smoothies, banana whips.
Yeah, and whole fruit.
Well, now that I have to say I've certainly healed some things on my juice fast, but I'm so excited to start doing the high fruit, 100% raw diet.
Right.
Let's see, and so I mean I probably already know the answer to this. I was going to ask what your favorite foods are, but I'm guessing bananas.
Watermelon, blackberries.
What's that?
Watermelon, blackberries.
Watermelon and blackberries.
And avocado.
And avocado.
And about one and a half a day.
Of each or of the avocado?
Avocado about one and a half a day.
Okay. What is it? What specifically is it? Certain properties in the avocado? Is just what you like? Just how you take?
Calories.
Right.
Like I have one and a half a day. That's about 400 calories.
So would you recommend mono mealing?
I do most of mono meals. I do most of bananas by itself in the morning, and for lunch I have an avocado. Then maybe I have a smoothie. Then I like to have a banana whip again.
Okay.
Whips.
Okay, and so yeah, so that leads me to my next question, which is any tips on food combining as a raw vegan?
You know, I really don't pay too much attention to food combining. It doesn't bother me. And if it does bother me, it's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise you can drive yourself nuts with all this.
Right, because there's
drive themselves nothing. They're so wrapped up in doing the right thing. I think that's a waste of energy because it almost prevents their being.
It's the canary effect, as you were saying.
Yeah, and just a strainer of their being, trying to do the right thing all the time. And one sudden, one day they'll say, "I'm not doing it anymore." I've seen it so many times. They're so rigid in their thinking that they have to do the right thing. One day they got burnt out and they don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
It's not love; it's just a strainer of their being.
Right. It becomes more about ego.
Yeah.
Than health. Right. Okay. I already talked to you about how you like to exercise. We got the rebounder man over here. Oh yeah, and I invited you to the potluck. The last question here was, would you be willing to come speak at the potluck?
Maybe in Boston.
Yeah, because this is exactly the kind of stuff.
People attend it.
What's that?
How many people go to your potluck?
Generally, we get between 20 and 40 people at each event.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, they're growing.
Right.
So, and it is still a new thing. It's about a year old now. Maybe a little bit. We've been doing it a little longer than that. Yeah, but this is.
I won't drive.
Oh, okay. You maybe take a train or a plane.
I want to take a plane.
Plane.
The only thing is, I'll talk to Roslyn.
I can set that up.
Yeah, you can make a bus, right?
Yeah, you can take a bus.
You take a bus.
Or train.
Train's expensive, isn't it?
Well, I'll tell you what. I will, if you are willing to come speak at one of our potlucks, I will get together the transportation funds for you, and I will put you up.
Oh, we'll do it then. We'll do it then.
Great. Well, it's getting. I'm supposed, as
I'll stick
per
around.
your suggestion and per John Rowe's suggestion and Ted Carr's suggestion,
I know
I
Ted
need to
Carr.
go to bed. So it's that time.
You know Ted Carr?
I watch his content, and I actually did a brief interview with him recently. Well, he interviewed me. I don't know when or where that video is gonna end going or when it's gonna be put up, but yeah, I follow him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Ted Carr.
Yeah, I love all you guys. You and the whole raw food vegan community has improved my life and well-being so much. I can't thank you enough, Arnold.
Oh, Leonard's very good. Thank you enough.
So and thank you, Lauren.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren. It was really great talking to you guys, and everyone else. Go check out Arnold's Way in Lansdale, Pennsylvania.
Whoa! How many followers do you have?
I didn't realize I just got a viewer there, but people will end up watching this stream later.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out Arnold's Way, and he has a YouTube channel, and he's got books out, and you can learn how to heal yourself and improve your life immensely. So thank you so much, Arnold. Thank you, Lauren. It was great talking to you guys. We're going to be in touch, I'm sure.
Let me know for a date. We'll figure. Laura will help me figure out the bus schedule.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, we'll be talking about it. The next potluck is on the 17th if you are in town. Yeah. But yeah, I will get you to one of the ones coming up for sure.
Thanks a lot.
And everybody else, join the rebellion.
Okay.
See you guys later.
Very good.